Let me catch my breath, okay, let's hit 'em. While I show these brothers how to let her like talking in rhythm. Talking in rhythm.
Good evening. Back with another episode of Talking in Rhythm. I'm Chuck the Barber, your host. We got a full crowd today. We got an extra guest today. We got Brother V in the house. What up,
Yo,
V?
what up, what up?
We got Angela, the comedian.
Hello.
Angela Walker, the comedian. My bad.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We got Brother Sam Conley, the counselor up in this motherfucker.
Sammy B.
Sammy B. Then we got a special guest, Big King, the comedian. Say something, King.
What's that? Whoa, now. Whoa.
Shit. So, how was everybody's weekend? You know how we start.
It was pretty good seeing you, though. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yeah,
Like,
good seeing too.
She
Good
been
seeing
hiding,
everyone.
man.
yeah.
Cussed her ass
Cause y'all
out.
had all men the last show.
Oh, that was
I
great.
checked it out.
That was great.
I feel that you thought it was great. Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, you need a hug. I'm hugging you after the show. A female.
Don't touch me, my
man. Shots
You
fired.
need Back scratch something.
Testosterone Sunday.
Yeah, testosterone. Oh, okay.
What's up, B? How was your week?
Oh man, it was a good week. It was a good week. I don't know about anybody else, but it feels like time has kind of sped up or something, man. This week went by super fast. Yeah, just my experience.
Days are shorter now, it seems like.
Yeah, it's already school about to start up.
So what's up, King? Big King? What's up?
Yeah, I'm learning all you niggas. See, I'm listening and watching and looking. You know what I'm talking about?
How was your week?
How was your week?
That's what I'm saying. I was letting them go, but my week was great. You know what I'm talking about? God is good. You know, I'll tell you the truth. My week was great. I had an expected weekend, but it didn't go exactly how I expected. But it's good, you know, and I'm here today on Sunday. Happy birthday. You know?
No doubt.
All right, all is well.
I ain't do shit but work.
It's your birthday?
No, it's yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
No, everybody's birthday. So every day, every time I talk, I say happy birthday.
Oh.
Because I think every day God give you a day to wake up, you should treat it like it's your birthday. Instead of being stressed behind what's going on in the world, I say, enjoy the day like it's your birthday. You know what I'm
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
What'd you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
I do stand-up comedy and I sell soul food tamales. Yeah, and I'm a driver too. I drive Lyft. And I also make jingles for like companies, food companies. Commercials, yeah, I make jingles. So I stay on the grind. I'm a hustler.
Ain't never met nobody make jingles.
Yeah.
Or soul food tamales.
Soul
Tell us
food
more about the
tamales.
soul food tamales.
Soul food tamales, you know.
Boy,
I'm from Florida, but I had never, only tamale I ever seen was in a can. And,
Damn.
you know, yeah.
So we heard of that.
Yeah, homemade make tamales. They come wrapped in the can.
Trash.
I never saw those.
They ain't worth a dog.
Trash.
Okay. I will believe you on that.
They ain't worth a doggone. They come out the can, but one day I was in like 2000, early 2000, in the laundromat. Probably done smoked me one, you know what I'm talking, feeling good. And the little lady came in there selling tomato. Like, man, what the hell is tomato? Back then they were like $6. $6 a dozen. So I had a little hot 20, you know what I'm talking about? So let me get 3 of them, you know what I'm talking about?
That's
You
love,
keep-
$6.
You keep the $2, you know what I'm talking
All
about?
right.
That's what the little cart and everything was.
Yeah, she had some of that
Yeah,
there.
they used to do that.
Yeah, so I
They
got
can't
me
even speak
some.
English and shit.
No, she couldn't. That's all she could
Yeah.
say. Tamale.
Yeah, that's what they do.
What's in it?
He said that's enough.
That's
That
what
was
they do.
it.
We could make this
Some
transaction.
food, yeah. But when I tasted it, the masa on the outside tasted like, when cornbread be on your plate and the collard green juice hit it.
Right.
You know, we'll take it and mix it together, but when that cornbread, that juice hit it, it's like a flavor. That's what her masa tastes like. And I was like, damn, man,
Okay.
you can put some collard green in these motherfuckers, man. You know? And for years, I asked Mexicans, man, I'm like, man, how y'all make tamales? And all they would tell me is it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Nobody would ever tell me. Till one day I was hollering at my black partner, and he a barbecue man. He would tell me he want to get him a barbecue truck. I said, nigga, I want to make some soul food tamales. And that nigga say, what, nigga? That's $1 million idea. That's what I heard, $1 million. I say, what, nigga?
Let's do it.
So I jumped on the internet, and I learned how to make masa on the internet. I just learned from there you got to make it your own.
Mhm.
That's why they don't tell
Yeah.
you. Because even your house, and your house
Different. It's
might,
different.
because it's a tradition.
Recipe, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me get mine together.
Family recipe.
So I knew God gave me the flavor. So I said, well, help me with this here. So that was the passion I had, which is the love for it. And boom, man, I'm rocking one mouth at a time. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
So I brought some for y'all.
So what's in it?
All right.
So I got collard green tamales. You know what I mean? I got macaroni and cheese. I got brisket.
Oh, wow.
I got buffalo chicken. Matter of fact, I got my own theme song and my own word. I call them Barales.
You know you got to have your own jingle. If you
Barales,
make jingles
yeah.
for everybody else, you
He
got to
do
have your
have one.
own
It's
jingle.
good.
And they're called Barales. Barales or burrito-sized tamales. That's my word too.
So how do
Burrito-sized
people
tamales.
reach out to you if they want to?
They
grab something?
so on
Give up
social
the
media,
handle, yeah.
on Soul Food Tamales on Facebook, with my phone number 469-657-2315. You text me and say, I need that menu. I get that menu to you Friday and Saturday on my meetup and delivery days. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like the song say, you can find me in the streets. So while I'm delivering lift, picking up people, I got them in my trunk with me. So
Word.
I'm selling to the world while I'm out in these
Dang.
streets. So
Man,
yeah,
like I got them on me.
on me, always. Always.
I'm gonna check that out. I need
Indeed.
to try them.
I brought some samples. I don't usually have samples. I usually have but I brought samples today.
Oh shit.
I
And
made
women be in his face.
We're gonna close this for lunchtime.
Right. We'll be back after the sample break. Right.
For sure.
That's what's up. That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up.
He a ladies man. Don't let him.
Oh, yeah.
Let him-
Yeah.
I love the ladies. Hey, and I'm glad my daughters know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a good man.
How many daughters you got?
3.
Shit.
3 daughters and 1 son, but I'm a respectful ladies man, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a ladies man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't no secret, you know what I'm saying? I let them know. I'm your best friend. I got a lot of friends, women, ain't we friends?
We ain't that kind of friend.
Let me make it clear.
Not yet, you know what I'm saying? I ain't brought
Like
it
I'm looking for the
all
cosign. You like,
Hey, that's all. I let them invite themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You better hush.
I'm just gonna stop.
You keep them tamales
Hey,
coming.
I
You
keep
might get them.
because you feed them at the right time.
Yeah.
You see what happened to the gremlins? You know what I'm saying? Feed them at the right time. Them
Well, I'm
jokers
gonna stay
change.
Gizmo, nigga.
Hey,
right around midnight, make sure you don't go
Yeah.
past.
a little bit after midnight, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm
Get you one of
gonna
these
stay
hot.
Gizmo. I ain't gonna turn into a girl.
Hey, I keep them in that hot bag for a reason. They be hard. They be looking
How long you
hungry.
been doing comedy?
Man, I've been doing comedy a long time, but I wasn't consistent because I was single parent. I was single parent from 2014 to 2025. So I raised my kids by myself. So, in that, even with Mary, I didn't know how to balance out the comedy. So I started before my daughter was born. Now she's 19. But I took like years off, you know what I'm saying? But once I got divorced and separated, I was at church and I was like, I say, all right, God, because I hear my funny in my head. I'm like, I got some stuff. I need to get it out. And my inbox started dinging. You know what I'm saying? Dinging. Church. It was started with churches. Like, say, man, we doing what's the name, man? We heard you say you do comedy. And that's why I started. I started doing churches. Then my sister started.
You can't do churches no more, though, can you?
I can do all. I'm very. Oh yeah. I don't have to. I love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, hey,
Right at home. Okay.
Hey, So yeah, man, I love the Lord, man, and it just you read your room. You know what I'm saying? That pipe stuff. Like if I sing, I was at your club. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want. But yeah, I just God, that's my manager. You know what I'm saying? I get people trying to be my manager all the time, but the Lord, I talk to him, and I'm telling you, he'll make that phone ring for these tamales. He'll make that phone ring for these shows. You know what I'm saying? It's like you be obedient and do what you're supposed to do. The phone will ring. Like when I get, as long as I got the tamales, I got money. I don't care if I ain't got $1 million to my name. If I got them tamales, that's what he told me. You make them, they gonna buy them. You make them, they gonna buy them. So,
shit, man, it's a pleasure having you here as a guest, man.
Yeah.
Man, I watch y'all. See, that's how I knew.
Oh, you checked this out?
I knew to bring my own chair. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all look a little tight in here. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, these chairs is a little uncomfortable.
So I was
They
like,
sit back funny
they
as
look
shit.
good.
But they sit funny like they do.
These are the ones that mama house, they got the plastic on. Like, don't nobody
Right.
really sit there. Them the ones that y'all brought them out just for the show.
They for the look.
Yeah, that's it. They just look at it like they look good in the living room. Because them don't look good to sit in. I was like, man. So when I talked to her about coming to the show, I was like, man, y'all got some bigger chairs in there? Shit, I'm bringing my own chair.
Yeah, when I looked at it last week, I noticed that it's like these had you sliding.
Yeah, slide.
Right.
Yeah.
By the time the middle of the show, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm all the way down.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah, I be all adjusting and shit. I be sliding up like,
Right.
man,
Yeah, you got to put your foot down, plant, and slide back up. Dude.
Yeah, he got a song called "I Don't Do No Booth."
I don't do no booth either.
When I seen that, I said it's like a booth, baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, shit, them booths are small.
Nah, man, they
Like, even for me, the booth is small. I be all up on your chest and shit.
no, they be all
Especially
over
if it don't move.
Well, you,
No, don't move. They got these new ones. They got these new ones, man. But them, the ones that stationary, boy, they divide me in half, bro. I'm talking about. I sit in there, boy. It's like
be on your
that
shit.
Nintendo game, right? That cartridge, well, they divide right at my belly button. I get a fupa on, you know what I mean? Stomach up top
you
and
got a
on the
male
bottom.
fupa.
Oh, shit.
Nah, ain't no male. I ain't got no fupa. It just a divided stomach.
He ain't like that shit.
Yeah, she had to chime her stuff in.
Start some shit.
I forgot who was in here. We need to go back to all fellas, y'all.
Really?
I'm just saying,
You done turned on me.
I ain't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be my friend. You know?
I am your friend.
I know, baby. We talking shit. That what you
Yeah, I
said.
know. I know.
Them tamales.
Bringing it to my belly.
Tamale, yeah.
So what we got cooking, man? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening out here?
Who wants to start it off?
We got today is the finals. I don't know what
For
The FIFA
the World
World
Cup.
Cup.
Yeah.
the World Cup, Argentina and
And
Spain.
Spain.
Oh,
It
yeah.
should be almost over now, I think,
Yeah.
right?
I talked to a Hispanic guy yesterday when I was cutting his hair, and he's like, man, they was kind of sick. There wasn't nobody. They say usually if Mexico lose, whatever, they cheer
Right.
for another Hispanic nation or whatever. They said, but it's hard to cheer for Argentina because they consider themselves Europeans.
Mhm.
It's hard to cheer for Spain because they colonized them. So they was fucked up. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, well, that's what he told me yesterday. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Well, Argentina fans have been horrible, very racist.
Oh, wow.
Throughout
Against
the-
who?
Everybody, they're
teams.
racist, period.
Yeah, but
Argentina
more
racist
so with
country.
black
They always
teams,
been
they
racist.
throw bananas.
Oh, that's the ones who be in there
Yeah.
tripping.
Oh,
Yeah, but in Atlanta, they tried it in Atlanta.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The black cop.
It didn't go well.
Nah,
not,
it
for,
didn't.
not for that fan.
That cop went in on him. You ain't see that?
It was a couple of
Nah,
cops,
it's-
yeah,
yeah.
they went in on him. They beat his ass.
Yeah. And that was the first time I saw somebody else getting beat by a cop, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he went.
I was cool with it. I didn't have a problem with it. But
Yeah, I
Welcome
hadn't seen it.
You just- oh,
and,
He kept
and,
calling him a nigga.
and you know, one of the things that I've been hearing time and time again about the World Cup altogether is it kind of like has been bringing some bit of like the fact that the world is a better place than America has shown up, because they say that the people that came over here to you know play, the people that came over here as fans have been like ultimately more respectful in that sport arena than almost any of our sports have been. Like they done had people that done cleaned up after they done tore up.
Japan.
You know what I'm saying? They done, you know, like
The team cleaned the whole
right.
damn stadium.
As they said, the level of respect of their fans for the World Cup kind of should be like a mirror being held up to America and American fans. Like we go places and we trash people's stuff sometimes.
We trash
Yeah,
our
that
own
was-
We trash
shit.
our own
That's
stuff
They got
sometimes.
countries
But that
that sit
wasn't
there,
every- yeah.
they fight like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they was
Them,
fighting.
Well,
That's
this
just
World Cup has been a different situation. Like for real, a lot of these
So what you
fans
saying? They was on their best behavior
on
for
their
World
best,
Cup?
real
Except
They
for
just-
Argentina.
They just
Yeah.
scared to go to jail in the U.S.
And
I know you just, but the thing about it is you mentioned Japan, but that's their culture. Like
Yeah.
if you can, like if you go to Japan and you litter, you will go to jail. You can't even litter in their country.
They'll beat your
So-
ass like that
yeah.
black cop beat that
Yeah,
Argentina
exactly.
nigga.
But it's. Well, I'm just saying it's serious for them. Littering is a disrespect. So it's more of their culture.
Right.
Look at Japan, them clean up behind themselves
Yeah.
because of feng shui and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like how
yeah.
you bring things in and out. So they're very clean and they make
Say
sure.
that word again. Feng shui.
Yeah,
Feng shui.
we call
The
that
feng
shit.
shui.
Yeah, I got
The
it.
feng shui of
Yeah,
the
the
things,
feng shui.
the flow.
I know what you
Feng
mean.
shui
The,
is
the,
flow.
Okay.
right, where
Okay.
things are supposed to be
Yeah.
versus
Like
not supposed to
All right.
be.
Right.
I've never heard that
Uh,
before.
You have heard of
Martin
feng
said
shui.
on,
Never heard
on
of
Bad Boys.
I don't remember
Feng
that.
shui.
Keeping a positive
Yeah.
energy
I don't
flow.
remember that.
So when you mention Japan, so everybody have not been on their best behavior. There's been a lot of disrespect during the me and my son have been watching it.
Okay.
He's into it, so I watch it because of my son, and there was disrespect from different countries, and based on but a lot of the African countries, I did notice that some of the fans, no matter what, they were just real aggressive in being racist to, and it didn't matter what country you're from. If you were black, even the dude, what's his name, Speed? Oh my God, he's young.
Yeah, I
Influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. They very disrespectful to him, and he's like one of the top influencers.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe that they were being so disrespectful to him.
Yeah.
Like,
You talking about the I Show Speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that. It's hitting him with shit, all kind of shit.
Yeah, so
Don't
that
do
just
that.
shows you, like you saying
But you know what was crazy? Like like looking at it, I didn't watch it, but I like look at the highlights on ESPN. It's like all the teams was damn near all black except for Argentina. Like the majority of the teams.
Majority black.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it was
black.
majority black.
But that just shows
Even
you
America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We some bad motherfuckers. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But
No matter what the language you speak.
But in
Yeah.
Argentina, the majority of original Argentinians, there's only like 3%. They killed them all off.
Well, yeah, they did
So
that. They sent them to war.
Yeah, so it's not.
They sent them. They had a war going on, and they sent all the blacks into the war, and they was getting killed.
So the Argentinas,
they did it on
so
purpose.
on the team, it's real Argentinas. It ain't no.
It ain't no hardly. I don't think it wasn't no black.
Oh, so it's a
ones.
big-
No, they purposely don't have any.
So
shit.
But you saying that they had a war that they specifically
They sent
sent the blacks in their
war
country
on purpose
to get them
to
killed
die
off,
off. Yeah,
so they wouldn't have them in their country.
absolutely.
So they had a Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yes.
They did that on purpose.
So they did some Vietnam stuff. Yeah, because I'm about to say, did that sound familiar?
Well, you know what happened in Vietnam? Niggas found heroin and it ain't hurt no more. They came back like.
Well, I'm just saying that it wasn't a coincidence that when we had a draft, that the majority of people that were being sent over there was us. So I mean, it doesn't matter the country, you know.
Nigga, I ain't know.
Yeah,
For
You
real.
learning today.
That ain't something. But
No,
that
I
ain't,
didn't know that like I know they did the draft shit,
Yeah.
but I didn't know they was trying to eliminate us by sending nigga off the.
oh,
I
absolutely.
thought they were just doing that to everybody.
First,
But they wasn't
front line.
A lot of
front line. You
a
gonna
lot
have to
of Spanish countries or Caribbean countries were colonized. So some were colonized, but and then some they bred with the locals. Argentina, they killed them off. Like it's a different type. So you can see where there's.
Well, Argentina had different people migrate throughout history.
Right.
Also.
Yeah.
And I was
a lot
about
of
to say,
Germans,
Right.
when after World War II ended, fled.
Oh,
You're
really?
very informative.
I was gonna also say, he ain't he? But there are a lot of indigenous people, even if they weren't black, they were melanated. They were darker complected people. So like, you know, you had like people I just like watching those shows, like, you know, with Dr. Gates, where he's like going to like all these different countries that, you know, you wouldn't expect to see a black presence, like Peru. Like I was like, for real, it's like a whole black,
It's
you
a big
know,
presence.
Peruvians.
Oh, yeah.
So like, yeah, like we but a lot of indigenous people of any place look more like us. And then usually the people who became after colonizing, the leaders of the country didn't look like the people that were there to begin with. So they were like, you know, y'all gotta go because we running it now. And they sending them to war or just coming through and just ethnically cleansing them, you know. But like, yeah, we show up a lot of places, at least the aesthetic, you know, of how we look.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't have one watch soccer. I never watched it.
I ain't watching. I just seen
I never
the
watched it either.
highlights like he was in. Nigga. Well, you know, you got your kids.
It's in
so
all
that's different.
sports though.
Well, yeah,
Just because like sometimes
Yeah,
people even
athletic.
say it within football, the football is just like
right.
like slavery in a form of slavery where they have black men running and doing all this and they can control you by your money. If you do something they don't want you to do, they can take your money. So it's
Yeah.
if you want to look at it that way, you can.
Or like the combines, they compare it to the slave auction block and all of that.
Show your teeth and show you
right. I mean, anywhere that we are or have been, you got to figure that at some point in time we looked and probably then we were stronger than the people that came to the countries. A lot of times we had a way of being able to outwork them, obviously, to build most of these countries up at some point in time. So, it was a profit margin wherever we were. They were able to come in, and that always bothered me because it was what happened that made it so easy for people to come into all these different countries that already had people that were melanated or that looked black by vision and be taken over by these folks.
They had the muskets.
That's what I say. There's a documentary called
them guns.
There's
a documentary. It's called Steel, Guns, Steel, and Germs. And basically it shows how through guns they were able to, germs, they were able to
diseases and
sicknesses they were able to actually kill off. Like the Native Americans,
smallpox and the blankets.
So
these some evil mother jokers.
Huh?
You said was evil. This joker's evil, man.
No doubt.
Like we, you know what I'm saying? I just, listening to y'all, but just knowing that they so intimidated over the years of us, just as black people, that they find ways to kill us all. Even though we ain't, you don't have to be bad. You don't have to be a bad person. They just feel threatened by the melanation. I felt that. The melanation going on in our skin that they do us like that, know? Like, that's fucked up.
But, me and my son were talking about today, like, as far as, back in the day, how, like, during the slave trade and African American, like, Black Americans are actually strong people, even more so, I think, than Africans, because during that time, they were breeding us, you know what I'm saying? And with the breeding and also too killing off, like if a child was born with the ailment, they were gator bait. You know what I'm saying? In Florida, they would actually use real babies for just all that kind of stuff. So with the DNA, they just made us stronger, physically stronger, mentally stronger. If you think, but only thing is like the mind.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When physically stronger, because you breeding so that you get more productivity out of our bodies, but you want to be able to control the mind. So you really want to be able to make us as physically strong as possible, but as mentally submissive.
Tear them down.
Mentally, right. You want to be able to get us to submit to whatever your will is, and if it's for us to work. Work until you die, because that's really what America seems like to me, is work till you die, and then work until you no longer are able to work, and then you need to get up out of here somewhere, right? We don't need you no more, right? So, which is unfortunate. And I know you biracial, man, so I know it's part of you.
He's more Negro than anything.
I'm gonna say this though, real quick. Like with everything y'all just said. Do y'all feel like African Americans, like we kind of stuck now, like in a space where it's like we always address the sickness, but we never do anything for the cure? Now I'm just asking, right? Because that's the way I feel. I feel like we came to a point where we always address what's the problem, but we never address the fix.
Right.
That's just what I see. Like for example, like when you go to one of these situations where it was a race-based crime, so you got a black kid that stabbed a white kid in the chest, and we gravitated to that like it wasn't shit. Yeah. But if it was all black, we probably wouldn't even give a fuck. It go back to what that one governor, I think it was the governor of Michigan, somebody, when Trayvon Martin, when that situation happened, he was like, I get it. A non-black person killed an unarmed teenage African-American male. Everybody's
we're more angry when it's somebody else doing it to us than.
Well, let me finish telling you. So he got to a point, and him saying it, he was like, I get it. Everybody's mad and marching and whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said, but yet in Chicago, there's 600 black on black homicides, and nobody's marching, protesting, nobody's even saying anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And with that being said, black people backlash was like, so just because we kill ourselves don't give y'all right to kill us. And I was like, that's the dumbest shit ever.
That's
Dumb
ignorant.
shit. But that's the type of shit that's what, it's a lot of dumb shit said. A lot of dumb shit that come, like, you know, they say traditions and phrases that people say that we grew up on and people ride to. Man, you look on Facebook, social media, and it'll say some shit like that, some dumbass shit like, nigga, if you ain't walking around with a pistol, nigga, you ain't gangster, or you ain't doing this. And people be, they
Right,
be dumbass shit.
You
like
got
that.
hundreds, even not thousands of likes on there.
Dumbass shit. It's like, back to what you saying in the beginning, are we ever gonna get over this hump? Like, are we ever? And I just don't. I don't give a damn how high you get as far as in this world. As a black person, somebody gonna always be able to knock you down. Like, you know, Donald Trump, anybody else, somebody gonna always be. But I don't give a damn about the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I really believe in God. So wherever He gonna keep me, wherever He gonna take me, allow me to get to, that's where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? The world gonna do what the world gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you look into the world and how it's gonna be, I think we're gonna always be. And I hate to say that, but I feel like it's gonna always be that drop back. You know what I'm saying? We're always.
But on your point,
Go ahead.
Of what you were saying, a lot. I think also too, I think people try to homogenize what a black person is. So like the way I was raised, make it be completely different. I was not raised in like the ghetto. I was, I didn't experience any of that. So right. I only say that to say, like when Chuck was saying, like in Chicago, like if people were that black on black crime, I never experienced just that type of thing. I was aware of it, but I never experienced it. I experienced where black people were always unified. When I'm growing up in the 70s, the black people in McKinney, we took care of each other. We looked out for each other. It was if you knew somebody, if black people were met, we would have rallies against somebody doing something. Our own people, we kept it in house.
Right.
But as time grew on, my mom used to say this, and I believe it to be true. She said integration was not the best
wasn't
thing
a positive
for us because what happened was we actually lost businesses. We lost a lot of our
the best of the best,
our nucleus. Yeah,
the best.
They went to other places because they could get more money, and they left home and never returned.
Well,
and so that being said, I feel like when Chuck was saying that, like people always look for the problem and not the solution. Yeah, I could talk to you and say, hey, if you say, hey, I don't like this and this, and I say, hey, my solution for it is this. Nobody would actually listen to.
And that's what I was going to say is I don't think that there is a collective decided upon way of addressing anything. And if we can't come together as a collective and have a collective voice, then what ends up happening is that someone then steps in to be the voice. Like when you start to talk about social media, like the way that the media is set up, is somebody, even if it's not the somebody that we've elected to speak for us, is going to be able to speak up. And then that's going to become, at least while the camera's rolling, it's going to be the collective voice of the people, right? And we could be at home and be like, man, I don't agree with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you don't have a platform to actually, that matters enough to actually make it something different than what's being said by somebody that you wouldn't even have chose if you could to represent you. Like, man, you don't represent me.
Well, that song, like in the NDRE, remember that everybody was talking about NDRE?
Oh, yeah.
And the scamming song, right?
What is it? Spin that?
Young Miami.
Young Miami. Yeah. And that song is not a good song. It's not a productive song. I agree. But it is it's catchy popular. And it's fun. But the thing about it, at the end of the day, even when we were growing up, there were songs that were not, they were catchy, but if you actually listen to the words, they were not good for us. But you always, but I'm saying, but my mom you had conversations. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't have your ass out. Like when it's a song about Luke, I didn't get to listen to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, hey, that is derogatory towards you being a woman. You don't carry yourself like that. You carry yourself like a lady. Yeah. But there's other women that they was like, oh, that's how I get attention. Yeah. And and popping their ass, that's how they're going to get the attention.
But that's where it starts.
That's right. But everybody doesn't have somebody at home. So That's where.
And if you think about it like that, then what ends up happening is then in lieu of having somebody or having that particular energy at home or guidance at home, then sometimes what people end up being raised by is by the things that are basically giving them an attention. And now what is the most precious commodity on any of the internets is attention.
Right.
And so like
Attention
anything that we give attention to, and right, and time is money interchangeably, right? So anything we giving attention to is like now kind of the guidance of what the community is too, right? And so that spin that, as catchy as it is and whatever, for probably far more people now than in the 70s, that is the instructions on what your next Saturday is supposed to be, or what young ladies, what you should be aspiring to do. If you don't have that guidance, guess what? I'm gonna tell you what you can do to make a living. You need to follow the words to this song. Yeah. Play it. You know what I'm saying? And
I know a lady that her grandbaby was singing that song. This baby was probably 3-4 years old.
That's terrible.
And she showed it to me, the video, and was like, look at
my baby.
She was kind of proud.
Yeah, and I was like, that's what? I'm like, that's not cool.
That's not
just
cute.
like laughing, like
nah.
It's like when little kids be cussing, that's not cute to me. All that that's not cute.
I'm like,
so my thing is like, okay, a lot of this stuff we already knew. I think we learned that from the gangster rap era, from the cause and effect, even from like movies like Colors and Menace to Society and so forth. So my thing is like, where did we begin to correct it, to change, to make it better?
Back then, you would get in trouble if you got caught listening to it. You had to.
I don't think getting in trouble was the answer to it, because we still was gonna sneak and listen to it.
That part. We're
gonna behave like that outside of the home anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you still know.
You know what? There were more. I don't. But for me, I recall like there were more programs where men would step up and be like, "Hey, we're gonna have all the boys go and clean up a neighborhood." Like there was actually,
but that was far before back in time. Go ahead.
That's not too far back, but I'm saying they would do that.
But even with that, what did it look where we at? It didn't do much.
What I'm saying is that was something. If it was consistent, whatever you plan on doing, it has to be a consistency. If you do something,
and it has to be broad range. Like it has to be more than just your community too.
Yeah, but you have people who've been doing men programs
forever
for 30, 40 years, and they're still doing it. Mm-hmm. But that's that group of people. And even if those guys got older and bring their kids, you still got millions of other people still spend that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it just over time, back then we didn't have the internet. We didn't have phones. Like the access to everybody now. Like the last 20 years, since cell phones been around, these mamas, everybody been getting raised by YouTube. Raised by whatever is here, because this mama, she still want to live her life because she done partially raised you. So boom, here go your phone, here go your tablet. Matter of fact, before the phones and tablet, here go Nickelodeon, and then they started putting it in our TVs, then our commercials, until they got it into our hands. Now you got one. This is what's raising everybody. These electronic, the distractions. Ain't nobody being no family. You got your sprinkle.
So you're stating, like I said, you're stating the problem.
Okay.
Right. But in regards to a solution, it actually has to start like with yourself, like at least one person.
So I did that.
And even when you said there's men that have been doing it for 20 years, whatever, can you tell me one of those organizations? But you could tell me another organization where it's negative stuff going on. So as far as as far as that, it used to be more of those organizations but they have taken money out of the programs, like even like after school programs. They don't have those programs.
Exactly.
So I'm saying
defunding all of the things.
They're defunding, but why are we? It is a situation where we need to start having conversations as to what can we do to fund it, even if it's a small start with whatever area, then moving it to other areas. Like if somebody's in Arlington, that brother handles that one. If someone's in Dallas, but we don't unify anymore.
That's something like.
Do we unify? We don't.
It's hard to do that when we don't care about each other.
Don't care and don't.
So my thing is like if you look at every other race, like I'm just talking about African Americans.
No,
I think
like we are in our own country. right? If you want to call
Trust
it that.
is
And we let people come here, outdo us in education and the workforce. And then we do a lot of complaining, but in the end, we never look back at our own shit. We'll say, oh, it's because of this. We know why. So how long do we ride that bus if you talking about oppression and slavery and stuff? Like, let me finish. So we're going to ride that until the world end? Or are we going to get up off the mat and try? Because I just don't see how we can expect another race of people to treat us better than we're willing to treat ourselves.
And
That's
I
all
agree
I'm
with
saying.
you. I agree with you. But the fact that you just said is that we don't care anymore. So it is a situation where you have to start caring about more than just your family, your sons, your daughters. What about the child next door that hits his friend and you know this baby's not getting fed? It is stepping outside of your own. We don't. So what? And I can say for myself, I have. But it's when I see it, I respond to it. Is there more that I could do? Heck yeah. But at the end of the day, when all this is said, you can't say that, like, I agree with you. But it is a matter of caring, and we don't care anymore. If we start caring about other people other than our own, it will make a difference. You used to get whoopings from other people, like you knew in the neighborhood.
Back in the day.
Or not even a whooping. I'm telling your mama what you did. If they saw what you did, they would tell you.
But the difference,
it was a village, a community.
Like you had direction. So like, for example, when I'm saying directions, like even if it was the wrong direction, you had Martin Luther King trying to push a real narrative that he thought was right or whatever. And you had Malcolm pushing his thing and you had the Panthers pushing their thing. I feel like now the people we got in place to push whatever direction they're trying to push are full of shit. Like our leaders are entertainers, athletes.
Right.
And I got to keep it a buck. Like the black church ain't it, bro.
And
the direction they push us ain't.
Is a lot. I don't want to do like broad sweeping things like that. What I will say is that there's way too many people that have a dollar amount that they will sell.
They sold.
Indeed, and that right there goes for a lot of different parts of the community leadership. Exactly. It's like if the dollar amount is the right, we got so many people waiting to sell they folks out. Like at some point in time, that wasn't, I don't think, the prevailing way of operating for us as a people. And I think that a lot of that has changed over time for various reasons, right? We've also seen like the get rich quick community. Mm-hmm. In a way that we've never really seen it before. Like you knew people that hustled and did all these things, but as the internet hit and you see like, well, I could just get on here and I could just do something that really makes the whole community look bad. And I could personally take me and my people to another level off of ignorance. Right. So like
Charleston White.
It is like the breakdown one time that and a friend of mine, we talked about this with sheep shepherds, wolves. Sheep shepherds, wolves. Okay. At some point in time, you either gonna fall in one of those categories. Right. You're gonna be a sheep, a shepherd, or a wolf. Mm-hmm. You're gonna either be a sheep, which is in essence a blind herd animal, you know what I'm saying? Blind, dumb and blind, and you just following the leadership of a shepherd. You don't always know what that shepherd means as far as you and your flock, right? Yeah. But it is so many people that have now been exalted to shepherd roles that are wolves. Correct. In shepherd clothing.
Nah, yeah.
And now and as far as the sheeps, that they still following, because when they look up, all they see is the same outfit. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool too, but I'm just saying I think it's a little deeper than that. Like, because when you do have somebody to speak of the way India Arie spoke up about the song and the message it gave to our people, she got backlash from our people. Like, it's like we take somebody who gets further and further away from where we at, and it's like we hate them. Because like somebody like a Jay-Z, he learned how to turn dysfunction into function, where he got over some shit. Right. Now people look, oh, he got money, whatever. He act like, he moved away from the root, like where we come from, the ghetto, the hood, or whatever. And it's like we hate them. But we'll like somebody like 50 who stay connected to that because there's always negative and street shit out of it. We love that shit. We can't get away from it. So how could we?
You know what? You know what I respect about 50
hold on.
is 50 been consistently a wolf.
But bro, it ain't the point though. The point is no positivity that comes from it.
Correct.
If I create every show, every song, everything I do, and it's only just degrading our own people, he's never talk about a white person.
No, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I agree with you on that.
He's consistent, but I'm saying people say, oh, he's a genius. And making money maybe, but how does that serve us as people? But
as much as I have enjoyed Jay-Z's body of work, where he is right now with some of the alignment business-wise, and even that conversation that has recently come up on the Nets again about billionaires. How can you reach billionaire status without the exploitation of people? Mm-hmm. It's almost impossible. Mm-hmm. It is no way to justify $1 billion,
no gentleman,
money that you can never possibly spend in your lifetime or your kids' lifetime, and not have some exploitation of some people, even your people, at some point in time. So like right now with him aligning, like he's releasing all of those past albums in wax, right? Mm-hmm. And his first launch is Target.
That wasn't his first. It's one of the launches.
Well, no, that is his biggest launch of now selling those records. How many other black
artists are on Target?
But this is what I'm saying about that, is how many of us, when we talk about it, and this is going back to the earlier thing about like the whole village concept, like I could have a group of individuals that I'm mentoring in my neighborhood, or I'm trying to do some good on this individual level, but I'll never have a platform of a billionaire such as Jay-Z, right? Mm-hmm. Community-wise, just it wasn't even 12 months ago, we had all kind of, if we go by the internet, we had boycotted Target for some very clear reasons, right? Just like the NFL with Kaepernick. It was a boycott happening on the community. It's like certain individuals just seem like they show up and they diffuse whatever particular village unity or connection that's going on, and he seems to be one of them, and he's a billionaire. Mm-hmm. He came in, Kaepernick kneeling, we boycotting, and then next thing he gives us a halftime show. But everybody when we back,
we back in. Some facts in there too. Kaepernick took the money. Kaepernick signed paperwork.
That's Kaepernick. I'm talking about the community. Kaepernick was representing.
Hold on though, bro. You saying he diffused something that was going on? How you going to diffuse something that was going on that wasn't really what it was?
Okay, so what are you saying?
He took the money from the NFL and took hush money.
Okay,
to shut up. So what are we talking about?
So
it already got diffused.
So this is the thing, and just let me know, and I shut up right now.
You ain't got to shut up. You're here to talk.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's what you're here for.
But I'm here to talk. But at the same time, I want to talk just to be hot breathing myself to death. Yeah. Okay, what I'm saying is if at this point, almost anything that I say about, for instance, Jay-Z, because you're a fan, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, man, but Jay, he's still all right. Like, I just don't see the motions of him business-wise as a billionaire right now is all right for the overall village concept of
Can I get a second real quick? See, my thing is, that's cool for you to say, and we say that all the time, but you talking about putting Band-Aids on shit that needs surgery. Jay know that. Like, that don't mean shit. That's small. That ain't gonna help us. We done boycotting this shit. It's gonna burn out anyway. It ain't gonna help us. It ain't gonna do shit, and you know it ain't. We do this shit all the time and get nothing from it. We don't. So what's the point of bad about some bullshit that we get no fucking nothing from? We get no results from it. Fuck that shit. So we say, I'm not marching down the street with no sign. I'm not getting beat the fuck up just to walk around and breaking his man. Fuck that shit.
So what do we get from the billionaire taking and making another billionaire?
You gotta listen to like what Steve Harvey said when they got mad at Steve Harvey for sitting down with Donald Trump. What did he say? He said, we can't make nothing happen if we ain't willing to sit at the table. I got to sit at the table. I want to see what he got to say. How could we delegate if we don't have a seat at the table and I don't sing? Guess what black people did? Call him a sellout. Call him a sucker.
Because at that time he was.
It doesn't matter.
What I'm saying.
No, because I wasn't done. Ahead. What I'm saying is, in order, he was right what he said. How can I make something happen if I don't sit at the table and discuss it? You can't get nothing from nothing. If I don't do nothing, I'm going to change something.
Can I say something now?
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, with the Steve Harvey thing, when he sat down with them. When he got the backlash, he changed his whole perspective. So
He wasn't the
Steve,
only one to
one
sit down
second,
with
I'll
him.
let you talk.
It was a dozen niggas that
you,
sat
you,
down with
you
him.
talk, so let me talk. So the thing I'm
Bullshit.
saying is even with the Jay-Z,
Mhm.
Steve Harvey's, all these men, when they get to a certain level of being millionaires, billionaires, I'm sorry, they are not for the regular man. They're not.
That's
They're
over.
for their
That's over.
own
Let me ask you a
pocket.
question then. Who is
So-
for the regular man?
The regular man.
Yeah, and the regular man ain't doing nothing.
So why not? Here we are.
Because you asked, I don't know.
But I'm just saying when you're speaking on Jay-Z, right? At the end of the day, he's not looking at this can affect my community. He's looking at his dollar bills, the dollar bill, and he can increase his revenue.
And where I gotta disagree with you at, it doesn't affect our community in one way or another if Target is boycotted or not. Target gonna be Target.
So the
it's
thing
not
about
gonna
it,
change us
the
because we
reason-
don't go to Target.
But yeah, it does change because
Don't change
right this.
shit.
You're crazy
So
because
don't
Target
change
lost so much money.
Target got hit in
so
their
bad.
profit margin.
That's
But
why
what
they
we gonna
went
do?
to Jay-Z.
Hold on, let me say something. What we gonna do? We gonna swing it to Walmart. We gonna swing it to another white billionaire.
That's
Come
not
on, bro.
what I'm saying is that it did affect them. And so when it did affect them, they went ahead and they were like, let's find a big performer, black performer that we can get black dollars back. They want the black dollar back.
They already
Not
because
like they
you making it
used to have it.
You making it. You're wrong anyway. You're making it like
I'm
Jay-Z
not wrong.
was the only. They had other.
I did not say
And then it
No,
makes
no,
our
he
black.
said
it
other
make-
black performers, big black performers were already with Target, bro. J. Cole was there.
But then
Kendrick is
it
there. What
it
you
also
saying?
takes the
That's
black.
cool.
It takes the black 1% and basically makes them. So as long as you become a billionaire, then you don't have to be accountable to anything but just the dollar. And
That's right.
truthfully, that is very American because I mean, capitalism is what's they. You got to get yours. I got to get
It's
mine.
crazy how we
no,
point
by
out-
any means
point at the-
necessary.
We point at the billionaire to do that, but the average black man every day do that. Them niggas selling drugs and heroin and crack do that. We all do it. We just point at him because he got $1 billion. None of us. Come on, we don't.
This is what I'm.
Am I lying, bro? We don't.
I can't co-sign that, but I
Nigga,
will.
you know you co-sign. You from
I-
Chicago. We can co-sign that. We gangbang. Everyday
Okay.
broke ass niggas.
I didn't gangbang.
Look, that's you. But we talking about people in general, right? So it's easy to point the finger at the one who's at the top, but the people that's accountable at the bottom never get held accountable.
And that's
In the
still
middle never
sheep
get held
behavior.
accountable. You only point at him because
And
he's
that's still
shining.
sheep behavior. And my
It is
thing
sheep
is if you have been exalted to the position
Motherfuckers will never
of
get it.
a shepherd, and you know the wolves because you sat at the table, you've been with the wolves, you've been, in fact, before you made it to the table of the shepherd, you was sitting with the wolves because you was hustling with them and you was bleeding the blocks.
Yeah.
You was bleeding the community. So then, yes, nigga, when you took and you put on your hood and you were convinced all them sheep that you are now something more than a wolf, and then you get to a point off of wolf talk, and then you like, nah, yeah, I'm good, but I'm still a wolf. I will still bleed y'all because somebody gonna have to do it. I don't know how many drug dealers growing up in Chicago, I done heard say it before, drugs sell themselves. Your ignorance sells itself.
And if it wasn't Jay-Z, it would be somebody.
It'll be somebody. It's the same
J. Cole
conversation.
is
It
all
ain't
of
Jay-
them.
to a different
Even-
level.
I think
J.
y'all missing
Cole's-
my point. It ain't Jay-Z. It's us. It's black culture, period. We do this to
What-
ourselves.
what
It's
I-
all of us.
But what
It
I'm
might
trying
not
to
be
say
you,
to
it might not be you, but it's the majority of
But
us.
what you're not hearing is the fact. But I'm
This
just
is good.
calm. Listen, what
I am
you're
calm.
what you're
I'm
not
laughing
hearing
at
is
you.
the fact that
You a
can laugh
comedian.
on too. But the fact
You're
is,
funny.
when you get to a certain level, when I don't care what color you are, there are Hispanics that do that to their own people. It's within cultures.
Yeah.
When they get to a certain point, they don't give a
The
fuck
little man
about
doesn't matter.
their family.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. You know the people, Ice and
Yeah.
stuff. There are Mexicans. There are
Wow.
second generation Mexicans that will talk down about first
Yeah, we
generation.
know.
So, and you know why? Because they got their papers, they got their money, so they don't give a damn about their own people.
So
That's in
sheep
all
win.
cultures. So when it's not a a money
But we
thing.
talking about our culture. That's
Same.
doing the worst. We
It's
talking about
not. Yes, because you're in this culture.
Oh man, who's at the bottom of the barrel in our country? I can't speak for other countries. I'm talking about our country.
I'm not it.
We are all the African Americans are.
As far as what?
As far as everything, education.
Really? Education? Oh, okay. I thought
You let
black
me
women.
answer one and then you cut me off.
No,
I coulda went
I'm
on.
just saying black women are the highest, have the highest degrees.
You got
Is that not true?
This is the thing.
You ain't got no degree.
Now, without
I do have a
You
degree.
ain't got no degree. You got
I have a degree in sports medicine.
It was
Thank
a
you.
joke, man.
University of Tulsa.
That's not a real degree, though. Right?
It is a real degree.
You don't make no money in that shit.
Ain't no shabby school. That's,
Thank you, baby.
you gotta have some brains about you to get that. But the
Thank you,
thing
sir.
is, we could throw around, I guess, the statistics without having them here. I'm just saying that we can agree or agree to disagree that at some point in time, when you make it to a place where you have the eyes, the ears, and even truthfully souls of people now locked in to whatever your messaging is. And that money, that currency is showing the flow of what's really happening. People paying attention to you and your wife. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then at some point in time, there's a responsibility, regardless of it. Well, it may not change anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna still be out here, ignorant, whatever. It is a responsibility that is now being neglected. And it's probably a similar conversation that we all that have had hood adjacent lifestyles have heard from somebody that was a street pharmaceutical dude that said the same thing, is that, like I said, these drugs sell themselves. But I'm just saying the thought, whether it's street pharmaceuticals, somebody hustling, anything, just the hustle mentality. Right, he went from being a hustler in one regard to another regard, and the fact that at some point he was able to turn a blind eye to a lot of stuff, probably street level. Mm-hmm. Now that he's there, he's still turning a blind eye, and it's to the detriment.
We turn a blind eye.
I don't personally turn a blind eye.
We don't do anything to pull our community up, bro. You moved to Texas. You from fucking Chicago,
right?
Yeah, you didn't stay there to pull that up.
I still pulled the community here. Like when I moved here, I've been in education for how long, Chuck? Have I been in education?
Since I met you, it's been 20 years.
Okay, and I have never worked outside of a type.
Listen, what I'm saying, in Texas,
I'm just saying, I've never. Listen, we can talk about
the worst.
The Title I schools.
No, I said
I've been in
Texas, not the country. I said in Texas, not the country.
But I dig. We see what you like. It goes back to what you said earlier.
On a small level, I have been doing my part. The same thing that we doing his part. And as a collective, if we all were doing more of our part, then we wouldn't have to look to these people who we've exalted to do these miraculous things.
Think we look to them. You look.
Yes, I do think so.
I don't look to Jay-Z. There's never going to be an entertainer or athlete that's going to be my leader, bro. I've listened to Jay-Z's music. I don't give a shit about his life.
Even on one of his songs.
And he don't give a shit about yours either. So that's what I'm saying.
And I respect that.
And you respect it. I don't.
Listen, just because he has $1 billion doesn't make him a leader. LeBron James ain't a leader. He's an athlete. He works. They make their money off of Jews. They make their money off of white people.
But that's what he's saying.
I'm agreeing with
when you look at
what I'm saying is I don't judge them on that level because they're not my leader in the first place.
Right.
He's not responsible for me. He doesn't owe me anything because he has money. We only point our finger up there because he has the money, is what I'm saying.
When you look at the things that besides just their money, when you look at the visibility, like that, where they saw how many times they saw on your algorithm each day, how many times, all of that influence, regardless of if you saying that they chose it or not, it does put them in a place whether they.
He's talking about for the sheep,
not for you. You're not a sheep.
I understand what you're saying.
Biracial shepherd.
The mentality has to change. Stop looking at them as leaders just because they got rich. Money doesn't make you a leader. That's what I'm saying.
We're actually saying the same thing.
But do you understand?
Saying the same thing.
He's not like the leaders are usually broke. Malcolm broke.
That it happens regardless of what your stance about it is.
This niggas they're getting rich. They're not.
But that's the whole point.
We all agree with you.
All agree.
What I'm saying is
he ain't your leader. No, he ain't my leader.
What I'm saying, we shouldn't have that judgment. Or because we got the judgment because we have the expectation.
But look,
expectation
preach to the sheep. Look right here and tell them. He should not be your leader.
That part.
We agree. He should not be your leader.
Entertainers are not your
None
leaders,
of them.
my nigga.
Malcolm X said that.
But my point is why we go in on them. We only go in them like that. Let me finish.
I didn't say nothing.
You about to. I seen your mouth moving.
Oh
Your
my
mouth.
See, if it was a dude, you would
see that gap.
Oh my God. I swear. Like
that gap. No, but what I'm saying is like if we didn't have that expectation, we wouldn't have that accusation. We wouldn't have to point the finger. Why are we pointing the finger at Jay-Z? He's not obligated to lead us to the promised land. And he's not fucking Jesus.
Okay, can I
Just because he has $1 billion?
Can I
He's over, man.
But it's not. This is the thing. We're actually saying the same thing. He had actually told you it's 3 types of people: wolves, sheep, and shepherds. Then we need more shepherds. I'll let you talk. Hush, because you've been talking. Hush, man. You've been talking. So at the end of the day, yes, you need to hush because at the end of the day, he's just saying, love you too. But what he's saying is the fact that there are Jay-Z. The Target knew that Jay-Z could be a shepherd, a wolf. In one moment. You don't let me complete my sentence. Damn, that might be why we can't get together between black men and black women. Everybody is just. I took the time to listen. Just listen.
Like 4 minutes. Finish.
Let her get it out.
Let me say this: the fact that when he made a comment, it was facts. The fact of the 3 type of people and the Target and these industries know that there are so many sheep, there's less shepherds. So if you can get a false shepherd to get those sheep to come back, all they don't care. They just want their money back. They did lose a lot of money in 2025. Yeah. They lost when they made that boycott. Asians have lost a lot. Whenever we said, because the thing about it is that black dollar, let me tell y'all something real quick. All this black dollar, it keeps rotating everywhere but our hands. Yeah, we need to move it back to our hands. And they know that money's up in the air. So they just want it. That's why they're using him. He know he's being used. That's all it is.
Everything you saying, I agree with, but what I'm saying, to harp on something just means you have that expectation from that person.
I have no expectation.
Let's let me finish, man. Without what I'm saying, the mentality has to change. Why would I give a fuck about what Jay-Z does? I listen to his music. I don't care where he sells it at. It's not going to change my life. I don't look at him as somebody who can guide me or do something for my life. He's not a politician. He's not a leader. He's an artist. He does artist shit. His job is to sell records. He's not our leader. Stop. If you didn't look at him that way, y'all wouldn't have the opinion or the expectation.
I don't see him as a leader.
That's the thing.
It's the money.
Regardless of if we look at him or not.
I don't see him as a leader. It's the money.
This is where we part in the road.
Yeah, but I think if we take Jay-Z out of the situation and put another name there, it's still the same situation.
It is, exactly.
It's still the same situation. You know what I'm saying?
Where somebody in the black community is being used to get money generated back. That's all it is.
Again, it goes back to what I said. We love the disease and we hate the cure. So it's cool. You can keep pointing it out. But what I'm saying is you can eliminate it by not even having an expectation from that person. I see if it was Al Sharpton or something doing it, right? Which he does do it. He deserves that kind of criticism, right? Because he's a leader. Yeah. He steps forward.
Because that's what he specifically said.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, an entertainer or athlete, what do you expect from them? That's what they do. They make their money from selling jerseys, from throwing footballs, from dunking basketball. They work for that entity, so they'll never be our leader.
But you're from our like 70s. We're from a generation where we can actually see what the hell is going on. We know
and the progression of what
these younger people, they don't see it.
They just
all they see is
what's on social media.
I want this. It's a sheep mentality.
They follow. Like they're following
but that's the thing, and his
again,
influence.
What I'm saying is they follow your look. Okay, though, for one, my kids don't follow you. They don't follow Jay-Z. They follow me. They follow what I do. I don't worship somebody who's an athlete or entertainer, and they don't either. They're following you if you're gonna sit there like, see that motherfucker's a seller and all that. What's the point? It's nothing. It's nothing gonna come from it. You're not going to cure anything from saying Jay-Z sold us out. You're not going to cure anything from an entertainer who's being a fucking entertainer.
But the one thing that you just said is right. You are responsible for the leadership of you and your kids, you and your immediate village, right? But what we continually are saying is that the majority, unfortunately, of the sheeple are not
They don't have
being
nobody.
under the
And
leadership
what did I
of
say?
someone like yourself.
The mentality has to change. Is what I'm saying.
We agree.
The mentality, you don't acknowledge that shit. If you don't acknowledge it, because it's not going to fix us, it's always going to hurt us because it's been hurting us. We act like they just stripped away some equality yesterday or some shit. One mother was like, oh, that's some unequal shit. That's fucked up. That's wrong. Niggas always been wrong and fucked up.
So if you got a cut on your arm, you mean to tell me you just
is
ignore
an
it?
absolute, and that's usually absolutely wrong. Whenever you use an absolute, it's usually absolutely wrong.
So let me ask
for real. Like, I'm just saying.
So there's been equality. So there's been equality for blacks.
Everything
There's been
all
equality
the
for black
time.
people then.
No,
Come
but
on,
you
bro.
saying you said ignore it. But if there's a cut on your arm and you just ignore it, depending on how deep it is, if it's like a little cut and you ignore it, it may go away. But if it's deep enough, it needs stitches, it needs ointment. There, like you saying, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. There has to be a resolution with every statement of a complaint. You have to have some type of resolution to it.
Oh, I said that already. I said instead of putting a Band-Aid on something that needs surgery. But anyway, if we spend the energy, if we spend all the energy we do accusing other black people and entertainers on fixing something, we might get further.
I don't think he fixes anything.
I didn't say,
I agree with you.
I'm saying I said all the energy we spend pointing fingers on fixing it instead of addressing, like pointing out the
You saying take any expectation other than he's an artist, he getting his money, let him be the billionaire that he is.
Yeah, because
don't require
guess what,
anything.
B? Guess what, B? Guess what? It could be a million you saying that. Guess what? It ain't gonna change shit for him. He don't give a fuck.
But
so point it out and saying it hollering from the mountain.
Guess what makes someone like him start to give a fuck though?
Wouldn't it be smarter hollering at gangbangers like we never?
What was? Can say that again? And that's all I'm saying.
Well,
is,
what do they always touch their money? The white people won't get their money anyway. They always touch their money. Then they get the bill cut. They get to everybody.
Yeah, I think
they touch everybody. They got Puffy's ass. Yeah. They got R. Kelly. They get everybody.
Well,
in the end,
I'm just saying that once again,
their money always.
We don't. When you talk about the diversity of a billionaire's portfolio of things that they had their money in. It's some shit that we don't know about, but there is definitely exploiting us even in this room that's aware because woke white folks and took that. It's gone. We're aware, even though aware folks here are being touched by his billionaire status in some negative way.
My mindset is different, bro. Because we came here being exploited. Like the point of the fact that we being exploited ain't gonna change us getting exploited. That's what I've been saying. Like you can point out the fact that
don't pay attention to that.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not.
Okay.
I'm saying stop wasting energy pointing out what's broken and try to fix it. We know what's broken. Let me finish. We know what's broken.
You get on my nerves. If I say anything, you cut me off.
You from McKinney, yeah?
And that's okay.
Nigga, you don't
I'm gonna stand my ground.
So nobody even wrap it up.
Oh my God!
What would be the fix? Can everybody just give a brief?
Listen.
Whatever.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I know the answers, but what I'm saying is the energy, the attention that we give to what's fucked up will serve us better if we sit down and come up with that answer, bro. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Don't look at me and say, I know that. I don't. I'm not saying that. Okay. But I'm not going to waste time on something that won't change. I can point out racism all day. It's not going to change racism unless I put forth a plan to actually change it. So stop pointing out what's broken and try to fix some shit. We know what's broken. We know we were slaves. We know we came from all that. We know all the fucking shit we've been through to get us here. Now, how do we get us out of here?
Okay, if that's the take, that we all start to come together to figure out a solution on an individual that has come together as a collective level, right?
Yeah, that's what the energy we put in pointing fingers.
I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier about the table, right? We still are all of these individual clusters of people throughout the mapping world or whatever, doing these things is gonna be impactful. But there's a table that has people that are the let's say financial masters of the universe, right? That we have representatives at, regardless if that's what they want it to be. And so what I'm saying is that yes, let's build on those individual levels. But when we need our voice to be heard at a table that we don't even know fucking exist.
But
we do need them to recognize from which they came. And to recognize that these things that we're doing on these micro levels is gonna still need them to reflect it in some way for us at that level.
You can't just start at the top. You gotta start. I'm saying you gotta start with what you got or create it. If you ain't got it, you gotta create it. Where did slavery start at the table? The motherfuckers ain't get there and start taking us. They chocolate, man. Some of these niggas you got running around, we want some of them, right? They made a deal. When they got tired of giving them up, they just start taking them. But it started at the table.
At the billionaire business.
All I'm just saying, bro, you got to start somewhere, man. And he ain't the only one to sit down with Trump. There's a lot of people from Ice Cube to Jim Brown to everybody. A lot of people done sat down with him to hear what he got to say. You got to talk about it to get somewhere.
My apologies for the derailment of the funny, because we did bring today, but this was a good conversation.
It was good.
It was.
It would be even better if somebody would respect everybody, male or female's opinion, and stop cutting them out.
Next week,
yeah, do all male.
I thought it was all male.
Okay.
I thought no.
Don't.
Yeah, he tries to. Yeah, this vagina is doing just fine. No, shut the fuck up. You very rude today.
We're gonna see what these tamales about though.
Yeah.
So listen, we're gonna wrap this up. Like and subscribe. It costs you nothing. Leave some comments or whatever.
Ladies,
Angela,
leave some
come
comments.
on, tell us what you got coming up.
Ladies, leave comments.
So come on now, get out
Me and Big King will be at the Punchline this evening at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's up.
The Punchline where?
Punchline in Irving, Texas.
Irving, Texas.
All right.
I enjoy Big King. He's a good dude. Much respect for him.
Yeah, we enjoyed you too, man. We ain't get to the comedy sag. We got
it's all good. It got it. Hey, I became the punching bag in a minute.
Bro, you're more than welcome to come back.
Oh yeah, man, I like that. I will. Yeah. I will come back. I like it. See, I grew up in a household of parent. What that is? Hostile. What? Abuse. Fighting. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to be around. Stimulated conversation. You know what I'm saying? Right. For a long time, it ruined me as a young man. But as I had kids, I knew I had to come out of it. But being in here watching everybody, and then it was good. It was good call. It was good talk. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was some good conversation going there. I got curious about.
No guns came.
Yeah, no guns, and I liked it. It was good. Yeah, it was real good, man. So I would love to get back. Yeah, I appreciate. I would like to come back again, man. That was good, man. I think it was it was good talk, man.
Banter.
It's somewhere to go. Yeah, it's somewhere to go. I was looking at they talking in rhythm. I said it's a great rhythm going.
We got rapping, man.
Right on.
B, good to have you back, man. I want to see you more, man. I like the conversations. Angela, not so much. No, I'm fucking with you. No,
we're fighting.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me.
We ain't saying nothing.
We're gonna wrap the show till next week.
People only want to know about
we holler, man. We gotta go.
Peace out.
Peace.
That was nice.